And so let's move this on forward here. Speaking with Colin Campbell from the National Hockey League. Colin, the other day, TSN Hockey insider Darren Dreger polled general managers, and 9 out of 9 respondents said that Raffi Torres should have been suspended. So let me ask you this. Is there a disconnect between the league and its general managers?
There certainly is on this play, because those guys, if they've got big balls, then why didn't they say their names? Why were they anonymous? And why did Darren, you guys report? That's not very proper reporting, I don't think, reporting general managers not putting their names to it, because they went through the process, as I explained to you guys. We showed a number of hits. What was acceptable, what's not acceptable. We asked them. I don't make up this stuff as I go along. We do lots of work on this. We send out lots of videos. We sent out one, and you guys were if you're in the media, you were on the list. You could go on NHL.com. We sent out the memos. What's acceptable, what's not acceptable now. All shoulders to the head were acceptable at one time when a player had the puck, if he made contact. Now this is not acceptable. We showed a whole bunch. And the one area is that there's a few hits and a few types of hits. The pinch along the board. We showed Pronger hitting Jody Shelley. His shoulder made contact. We said, I asked the general managers as a group, is this acceptable? Yes, that play is still acceptable, still a legal play. We showed Chris Neal hitting Eaton from Pittsburgh, where he made contact with Eaton's head when he came in on a forecheck, and Eaton had the puck. And they said, yes, this type of hit is still acceptable. Players have to be aware that they can still take a shoulder to the head in an area like this. This type of hit is still acceptable. So we had that on the video. We still have it on the video if you want to watch it. And so, I know what you're leading to. Well, you asked the question. When I suspended him a couple weeks ago for the elbow, and he came out and said, I'm not going to change my game, does that please me? No, it doesn't please me. So, do I suspend the guy again because I don't like him because he said that? No, I don't suspend guys because I don't like people. I suspend guys when they do something wrong. And when they break the rules, you have to tell me where they broke the rule behind the net. Where did Torres, in your opinion, break a rule of the game that's out there right now?
Colin, we did speak with James Duthie from TSN a little earlier, who watches a lot of games. I think you'll have to admit he watches a lot of games, and he wanted us to ask you.
No, I'm asking you that question. Would you answer the question I asked you?
Sorry, say the question again.
The question again?
You guys aren't listening. Come
I
on,
was listening to you.
I said.
I didn't realize it was a question.
Why do I suspend Torres on that hit?
Why do you suspend Torres with that hit?
Yes.
Well, there was contact made to the head, I think. There was some people that had, and I think people felt like it was an interference penalty.
And he's got a history of being a headhunter. That's who he is.
Well, then why does Steve Downey only get one game then?
We're not. Hold it. Jesus, you guys. Answer the question. We're talking about the hit the other night, right?
We're talking Raffi Torres. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not talking about Steve Downey yet. We're not talking about length of games yet, are we? Or you want to get into that, or do you want to leave the other one, or what?
I think the issue, and it's maybe while you're wondering, while we're all.
You think I want to do the popular thing here? I don't get paid to do the popular thing. I get paid to do the right thing. It would have been the easy thing to do.
Sure, but Coley, I think a lot. You're asking us while we're all over the map, and I think the reason why is because I think a lot of people look at the suspensions as being all over the map. That there's no consistency. No, James. I know you guys have a new show here, and you want to make it really spicy. No, it's not that, Coley. Come on.
Hold it, James. Don't go from one topic to the other. We're talking about this hit the other night. Now, tell me what he did wrong. Where was the puck? Did you watch it very closely? Where was the puck when he made contact? When they made contact, where was the puck?
He didn't have the puck, though.
Where was the puck?
The puck wasn't on his stick.
Where was the puck?
It wasn't on his stick.
It was 2 inches from his stick. We had those.
Was it on his stick, though?
You guys told me you watch hockey.
It was behind him. It was behind him, Colin. He was looking
behind him. Watch the video, you guys. You don't watch it closely. You watch it once and you make an opinion.
We watched it we watched it a million times, and it wasn't on his stick.
Well, it was right beside his stick, and when players engage like that, you don't have to touch the puck. The puck's there. If you send the puck up the middle and the puck's between the guy's legs, there he has control of the puck. The puck is there. You can hit the player. If you've seen this enough times, guys, if that was illegal, we would have suspended him. In our opinion, it wasn't. So move on. What do you want to,
Well, let's get back to our question from James Duthie.
Like we try to give every player the benefit of the doubt, but we also worry about the player who got hurt. Like Cuba, or whatever his name is, Cuba, the player from Tampa.
Yep.
Like he stuck an elbow. He's not a dirty player. He stuck his elbow quickly in a knee-jerk reaction, and he put Bolin out. And Bolin was out for a long time, and Chicago almost missed the playoffs. And Bolin, as we saw last night, is a pretty good player. The Cuban, is he dirty? Is he mean-spirited player? Is he? Like what is proper there? Now, if the players, all the players, and all the general managers agree, every game, every suspension should be a minimum 10, then that's fine. If that's it. But I get these 9 managers answering Darren Dreger's poll. I wish their names was on them because they were in all those meetings, and if they don't like it, then call me up, or if they didn't like it, they should have told us when we were designing this rule, they didn't like that type of hit behind the net because none of them said they didn't that hit was going to be wrong in the future. That's what's upsetting. So that's what's thankless about this job. You try to do the right thing. You try to keep physicality in the game, and if you guys think that I enjoy hearing everybody saying Torres should have been suspended, well, that would have been the easy thing to do. No different than, and if they want to go forward and say that type of hit or all head hits should be suspended, maybe this job will be easier. But I don't think so. But it'd be interesting. I thought it'd be easier if we had if we got rid of the backside blindside hit in what we were talking about. But